actually position one, but right now I'm just kind of burned out and I'm taking a break from it. And right now I'm currently just been playing offlane.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just picked like three offlane heroes, and I'm just going to be playing it for like the next 50, 100, 150 games, things like that. Yeah, so I sort of pick like heroes that are kind of like different from each other. So like for the zoo heroes, I'm currently playing Lycan, and I'm also playing Axe for like sort of this like blink initiator, blinking heroes. So yeah, so I have like two heroes, two replays each for like Lycan and Axe. And I guess you can just sort of point me and walk me through like the things I'm doing wrong because I probably am because I'm like new to the offlane role and still trying to like learn how it works because I've mainly been a carry player. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good, man. Just send me in Discord the replay IDs, and then we will take a look.
Yeah, so I guess we can start with the Lycan game. Yeah, there it is.
Okay. And I'm gonna share my screen in Discord. So let me know.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay. How long you been playing Dota for?
I've been playing for like 1 or 2 years, like 2 years, I think. I took a long break because I went to college, but then now I'm a lot more free, so I got back to Dota after like a 2 year break or so. Yeah.
Okay, nice. So just a disclaimer: I don't play a lot of Lycan. I did play a couple games
hmm
for recently though, but if there's any like super in-depth Lycan stuff, I probably will not know. But we should still
hmm
have a lot to look at.
Yeah, for sure.
So you're probably against. I
It
don't know.
was a
This is a
Legion
weird card.
carry. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I think these items are okay. Fine. Classic.
Yep. So I just sort of wanted to make sure. So in the lane phase, I can't really trade with a Legion, right? He out trades me at least
Correct.
until I
Yeah.
get my Iron Will. Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
think
So
what
I've
you've been
just been.
doing, focusing on CS, has been good.
hmm
I mean, not perfect CSing, but nothing really to comment on. You're
Yeah.
not like doing anything particularly wrong.
Here, do you think I kind of messed up in this wave? Maybe I could have pulled those three milli creeps to my range creep back there.
I don't think so because I think it's
Oh,
in
yeah, I
your
think it might
tower
be in
range,
range.
maybe.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't tell. Pressing Alt. Oh yeah, yeah. Would have they would have been like under tower. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Otherwise, it was good. Let's see. Yeah, no, that's fine. You guys were like trying to be aggressive. They like screwed up the equilibrium a little bit, but it's not a huge
Yeah.
deal. Yeah, pretty chill so far. One thing you can do on Lycan is you can block their camps with your wolves. Oh,
Yeah.
this one's still here. Never mind. For some reason I thought it died, but it definitely is not dead. Running the wolves in to suicide them when they're about to die. Nice. Ooh, nice with dodge. It's good aggro. I would aggro here in like this situation.
Yeah, yeah.
Just like there's no reason not to.
Hmm.
This Legion wanted to walk up into 9.
Yeah, that was probably a mistake trying to like. I should have just denied my range creep rather than like trying to help the hoodwink, I feel like.
Yeah, denying that creep would have been good, but then I like that you're trading with the Lycan or with the LC. Like it was a good trade because you had like both your wolves and like you didn't have any other creeps around.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, you could have denied the range creep. Yeah, there's not too much you can do about this. The hoodwink getting hooked. I have to like just hope he doesn't. But that'll just happen. But yeah, I would just say
Yeah.
like focus more on the CS than your like guy getting hooked, unless there's like no
Hmm.
CS to get. Here you could look for a pull, like to
Hmm.
pull yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
That would be good. It's a little late, I guess. It would be nice if your hoodwink was doing it. Um,
Do you mean like ignore like the last hits there and like go back and pull instead?
no, no. If you had enough time, if you had enough
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
like to do it after getting the last hit, I would have done it. Like I would do it then. I wouldn't like
Hmm.
walk away from a free last hit to like do it.
Yeah.
Right, nice. You got the helm. Trade with Legion. Very cool. And your hoodwinks are just like AFK. There's a lion here.
Yep.
Something you can do here when like you're more willing to fight them and like they have a big creep wave is
Hmm.
like you can just focus down the creep wave more, and like really just try and
I
get
see.
rid of some of these creeps so that
Yeah.
it doesn't there's like not as much going on, not as many CS to distract you.
Hmm.
And it also like if they have less creeps, it'll be easier for you to like be aggressive on them.
Yeah. So could you go back like perhaps 30 seconds? Like, do you mean in that like in this exact scenario right now?
Yeah, kind of like here because like you've been trading with the LC and it's been working now
Hmm.
that you have your Helm of Iron
Yeah.
Will, and they have
Yeah.
a big wave shoving into you, and like I mean if your hoodwink was an AFK, this pudge would probably just die. He's
Yeah.
about to have a bushwhack in like 2 seconds, but just like in this scenario, now that you like are okay with fighting them, I mean this is like not your fault that the guy bushwhacked super late, but like here you could just be auto attacking the creeps down, to
Yeah.
kind of like
Yeah.
shove it in a little bit and
Yeah.
make your life a little bit easier.
Hmm.
Yeah, then this lion shows up, so then there's nothing you can do. Nice counter gank. Yeah, otherwise, we have been doing. It's been like pretty good. It's pretty simple. You're not
Hmm.
like overextending. You're just like kind of focusing on getting your farm, which is like what you should be doing. Nice.
Yep.
Creep. Hoodwink's out of mana, so that's good though. Wow,
I wanted my like Hoodwink to like just go in here, but it still worked out fine. Yeah.
yeah, I'm surprised that worked. Honestly, I would not have made this play.
Hmm. Yeah,
Um,
sometimes yeah, I do have games where I think like I get my Dominator level 6 and I feel like I'm really strong and I
right.
dive and I just like feed away. Yeah, I do have certain games like that. This time I had my Hoodwink, so I thought it would work out and it did, but like there are definitely some games where I've had a really good lane, I just feed away my advantage. Unlike it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's important to just judge like that'll just come with game experience of like having game sense of like whether you kill this guy or not.
Hmm.
I don't think this is like a great rotation because the chances of it working I think are pretty low. Like if this guy just ran
Yeah.
away from you instead of trying to man fight you, I don't think you kill him. And then all of a
Yeah.
sudden you're like way less scary. And your hoodwink is also not really prepared. Like he's got no mana. He's like
Yeah.
way back here.
Yeah.
So just try and be
I was like
aware.
Yeah, I was like pinging the LC, but I just didn't realize that Hoodwink had no mana at all. Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm you, I'm just happy to like keep farming, right? Like now that you've
Hmm.
got this
Yeah.
hum of the Dom creep, like, and you're cutting this creep wave, like continue cutting the creep wave, right? If the hoodwink like comes in, like go on him, and otherwise just like farm 2 camps and then like come back and farm the
Hmm.
next creep wave and just out efficiency him, you know?
Yeah.
Don't feel like pressure that you have to do something.
Yeah.
Like almost didn't work, but it did. Tower, very nice. All right. All things considered, this is going very well though.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a bunch of heroes here. Interesting. I'm
Yep.
surprised by that. I would have like gone to like farm the next wave before even walking back to this before even walking to the small camp. I would just farm the next wave here. Especially because there's like
Yeah, I feel
stuff
like
happening bottom.
I should have like sent the two wolves up the cliff, perhaps.
I'm gonna try to scout. I mean, I don't blame you for
Yeah.
dying here. I really don't. That's like kind of a good move from them.
Yeah.
It's like
So
something
this
happened.
game, I feel like the first 10, 15 minutes went well, but like in the mid game, I kind of had like felt like no, I had no impact at all. So this is why I wanted to like submit this replay.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, we'll talk more about it like when we get there, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Chase down the. It's like kind of an awkward Lycan game. Just like draft wise, like you're good against the lion, but you're not really that good against the LC or bounty or phoenix.
Hmm.
Um, here,
I thought I was kind of good against the Phoenix. No, I have all those units and can quickly kill the egg. Or do those units not count as
the
like?
units don't count. It's only your
Oh,
hero's
okay.
right clicks. I'm pretty sure.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. Here, this dive, I mean, it works, but like my main concern here would be to get the tower.
Hmm. Yeah.
Like you're continuing to like run around. I mean, you're ulted, so you like want to like pressure, but my immediate concern would be to like run back and like continue clearing the wave in front of the tower.
Hmm.
Yeah, because now we're just like totally backing off. Granted, your team wasn't here, so I guess this is okay. Okay. Weird ult. Scouting with the wolves, not too bad. Yeah, I would press your limits a little bit more here. Like this next wave, this next
Hmm.
creep wave that's here. Try and get a good idea of the timings, but like it'll be like 14:48 and like or 49 and like 14:09 or whatever X
Yeah.
minute 49 and '09. But like there's gonna be a creep wave here. Um,
Hmm.
and it's really important if you can start like getting this creep wave farmed. Like instead of walking towards this big camp here, like just walk and like clear this. I guess there's a warlock
Yeah.
golem here, but I think last time you like when they were ganking you, right? There was a wave there.
Yeah,
I guess with the
usually
Warlock Golem there, it doesn't matter. But
what I'm thinking in that situation is like I'm really strong with my Dominator creep, but it's when I get my Dominator to that's when I'm really strong, right? So I kind of like to like just play a little bit conservatively. But I did see like 3 heroes bottom, so yeah, they
yeah,
could
just
definitely
try and
push
push it.
one of the wave.
If it's like
Yeah,
totally unsafe, then like that doesn't mean it's a good thing to do. But um, it looked like I would have thought you could have done it safely, and then it didn't actually matter if
yeah.
there was a Warlock Golem. But
Oh, and like starting from here is where I felt like I'm kind of lost and I don't know where to go on the map because my Ursa came top to farm, so I just like left somewhere else. But like as a Lycan, you would usually like to like play their jungle, right?
yeah, well here I thought it was kind of weird. I'm coming back to this. I think it's weird that you're walking back towards your triangle now. A new minute just spawned,
Oh
so
yeah.
like these camps just respawned, and there's gonna be another wave coming at 1309. So like there's
Yeah.
farm to get up here. If I was you, I don't think you like quite finished this camp right before it respawned. But like I would come farm this camp and I would come farm this camp
Hmm.
so that the LC doesn't get it, and then I would farm this wave again here. Like that's what I would be doing right now. You're taking
Yeah.
yourself off the map for no reason, is what you're doing here.
Yeah.
Like you said
Yep.
your Ursa walked top, but like you just walked to mid. Like your Ursa wasn't
Right.
top. And this
Yeah,
just
that's
like
actually right. Yeah.
feels awkward.
Yeah, I
Like you got
just
a nice
forgot to
stack.
consider that. Yeah. I just forgot to consider that. Yeah. It would respawn at the minute mark. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really important because that is
Yeah.
telling you what you should be doing and what camps are available to
Hmm.
farm.
Yeah.
Um,
Radiant are scanning. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
do you have wolves hitting this? No? You should definitely be summoning wolves and having them hit the tower. Wolves do like a ton of damage to towers. Do you
Yep.
know that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why I didn't, to be honest. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're walking around with full mana and no wolves. Okay, now you're summoning wolves. Okay, so you've got your Overlord. Yeah, I think if you want to, like, to hit this timing, like, harder... Let's see. It's flying out. You've got it, like, right now, right? Okay, but your Ursa's in the triangle. Well, I guess it's fine. I was gonna say you could, like, TP over here to, like, take an ancient camp, but if your Ursa's, like, actively farming it, then that's fine.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Okay, we summon the wolves. Yeah, it's not too bad. It was a little bit of an awkward fight because the supports were, like, dead by the time you, like, got there. Well, like, it worked out. Got an ancient creep. I think this mid rotation is weird. Like, there's no there's no reason for you to walk. Like, I mean, you didn't need to walk top because your Ursa's farming there and chilling. So, like, I get why you walked like this direction from like the triangle, right? I get why you walked towards mid, but like, I would not linger here. Like, I would be going straight to like the next camp into like bottom wave because you don't have your ult. So like, you just don't do anything.
Yep. Yep.
Like, you're just kind of sitting here, which is like just a waste of time, really. Like, there's nothing happening here.
Yep.
You're getting the farm at least, but
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
yeah. And then like finally your Void Spirit goes bottom, but like you don't want to be mid. Like Lycan is not a hero that just, like wants to like just sit mid usually.
Yeah.
Now your ult's up. But yeah, so try like not to stack on top of your cores. So like the concept like I want you to think about here is like we finished farming the triangle here. And it's like deciding where to go and what we want to do. So like Ursa is taking care of top. He's pushing it in, and he's gonna farm the camps there. Your Void Spirit is happy to like sit mid and maybe farm like a camp or two by mid. You don't have your ultimate, right? Your Warlock doesn't have his ultimates. No fighting is happening right here. So like, and we see a Pudge bottom who's gonna be shoving that lane in towards us, right? So these are like these are the factors that I want you to see in deciding like what to do next, right? Looking at all this at the same time is like, well, we should just go bottom, right? Maybe farm like this camp on the way to bottom. But honestly, bottom wave is going to beat our tower pretty soon. And like, there's really just no other good option. So really just make sure you're like thinking about it in terms of like what you want to do is like a hero, right? I have no shapeshift. I want to farm. Yeah. Where's the farm? It's not mid, right? If I go mid, nothing's going to happen. If anything, it'll just be a bad fight that I don't want to take because I don't have shapeshift. So, yeah, definitely think about that, especially as you're like finishing farming an area and you're deciding where to go next. Because deciding where to go next, like when you wander mid there like that, that's like just a sign to me that like you haven't really thought about like what you're supposed to do next, right? You're just kind of like going with the flow of the game. You wandered mid because you didn't want to go towards your Ursa, which is like good, but you didn't continue walking straight bottom because you just didn't have a strong idea of what you were doing.
Yeah. So I guess where I was thinking in that situation was I thought, I have my ancient creep now. Top tier one is down. The next tower to pressure would be the mid tier one. Yeah, but I did have like no shapeshift, so yeah.
Yeah, and you're not wrong about the pressuring it. It's just making sure that you're pressuring it when you're strong, and when your team's strong, right? I noted you didn't have an ult, but your Warlock.
So I guess what I should have done was like go to our jungle, farm like 2-3 camps, and like push out bottom, and then rotate back mid when I do actually have my ult.
Exactly. Yeah, you hang around mid long enough to where you do have shapeshift, and then you just kind of take the tower. It's all good. So you guys are pretty strong right now. I would be telling my team that like you can group up and fight. Okay, so your Void Spirit TP's top. Where are you going? So yeah, so here I would farm towards my team because I want to fight, right? I want to group up with my team, fight. Maybe my Ursa wants to take Roshan. A lot of things could happen. I want to be towards my team here. So this is like the opposite of before where you wanted to be not near your Ursa, not near your Void Spirit, right? We wanted to leave and go bottom because we didn't want to fight. And now we should want to fight. We have everything.
Yeah.
And so like to make something happen, we have to be grouped up with our team. These replay books are annoying. And yeah, we just like walked away. We just walked away from our team, and we're just like spreading out when we're supposed to be strong. And you want to be grouping up when you're strong and on a power spike.
Yeah.
So like if you had walked from this camp towards mid, pushed it out, you guys could have roached. You could have like walked and pressured the top tier 2. And you're just doing it together. You're really strong. Like you guys are really strong as a ball with like your Warlock ulti and your ulti and your creep and all that.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Okay, so we get another.
Yeah, so I guess I have to like consider more about like the status of my ultimate and like have that dictate more of my like where I want to be on the map.
Exactly. Yeah. So like here, I would be going towards my team. You are good. Yeah, I would be like ready. I would be like wanting to fight them if I were you. Or you take a free Roshan because they're all bottom. We see that, but I don't mind what you're doing. Okay, your Ursa walked away. So regardless of whether. Okay. All right. Fight started. That's good. Very cool. Yeah, notice there that the yeah, it was just you.
Yeah, I thought like, Phoenix Egg, I'm gonna kill it with all my units, but yeah.
Yeah, it's all good though. It's all good. Now you know.
Yep.
All right, so this is a really nice fight. I like that you're cleaning up the lane here. It's kind of over to me. Like I don't. Your team's chasing pretty far. I'd be down to back off. It was a decent fight. It wasn't in the best part of the map, meaning that like you guys weren't able to like get an objective off of that, but it was still good for, you know, if it was gonna happen, it happened on a power spike. I like it. We want a similar fight to happen like top around the Roche pit, right? So that we can like progress the game after we win that same exact fight. So you've got your ult coming up. I would walk towards my team again, wanting to do something. It's good. That's what you're doing. You ulted a little early, I think, but worked out. Or maybe it wasn't early. Maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, the way that I see your draft working, and maybe this is just like some game sense thing, is like basically Hoodwink or Void Spirit kind of want to start the fight. Usually a Lycan running in to start the fight is like not a good fight starting. You know what I mean? Like somebody on their team has to get like stunned or caught, and then the Lycan has to be like, you can't help your teammates, like we're gonna chase you down and kill you. Because usually if the Lycan ults and runs in, like usually they all just run away, right? And it's really hard because you're the fastest one of your team. It's really hard to like actually kill anything because, you know, maybe you get one support and then like you have no ulti and then they like want to fight your team. So it was alright though. It was alright. I mean, it worked out. You got the Phoenix.
Yeah,
But yeah,
and I
usually
think
try and hold your ult
Roche
until your team can start the fight.
Right.
But yeah, really good turning it into Roche here. I don't know what your team's doing. They're crazy. This is good.
I think from here, I think it's just sort of smooth sailing. So you said you wanted to move on to another replay.
If you want to, I mean, we can still keep.
I guess
at it,
we can keep watching. Yeah.
watch a little bit more. I mean, you never know.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's see if you do anything crazy wrong. I've seen it, being way ahead. Okay, so your Ursa has Aegis. That's kind of interesting to me. Okay, so you have 2 heroes dead. I guess this is okay. You're kind of chilling with your dead heroes. It's fine. Alright, are we going to reconnect with our team now? That's what I want to know. Going to farm your triangle. This is kind of slow. So it's like, it's not bad. It's just slow.
Yeah.
So like your team is like, right, you guys got Aegis. You're very strong. All you need is your team to be alive and your abilities to be off cooldown, and you can like pressure more objectives, right? So like while your teammates were dead, I didn't really mind that you were like bottom, not really doing anything. But when they're respawning, right? Your Void Spirit's respawned here, right? He's respawned. Your Ursa has Aegis. You have your ultimate, and you have your ultimate basically. Your Warlock has his ultimate, right? Your team is like ready to fight again right now. So that is the key. That is like, these are the factors that mean you should like pressure and push onto their side of the map and not farm your own side of the map. Farming your own side of the map when you're way ahead and you're ready to fight is too passive. It leaves your team split up, which makes them vulnerable to getting picked off, which is the only way that the opponent can like come back into this game, because they're not gonna like out 5v5 team fight you with an Aegis and all your ultimates, right?
Yeah.
So that's why it's bad, is because it just is too passive and it lets the enemy do whatever they want, even though they're behind. Like, why do they get to do whatever they want right now, right? They're behind, you guys are really strong, and yet no pressure is being exerted by your team, because you guys aren't grouped up. You know, you can't make your team group up, but like you can be with your team, trying to get them to group up around you. And it also just burns Aegis time, right?
Yeah.
Not a huge deal. You still got quite a bit of time, but it can matter. Yeah, and I feel like that all sort of like led into like this awkward. Now you know, you kind of camp yourself. They obviously have a ward here.
Yeah.
Not obviously ahead of time, but like since they blink dueled you without seeing you, like they have a ward. But right, I want my team to group up and like make a play. Not you can't you don't want to passively pressure, right? Your strength is that you're like you guys are way ahead, and if you're as a team, you're like giga strong.
Yeah, this kind of like happens, I feel like, in a lot of my games, and I think it stems down to like me still not being used to offlane. I feel like I should be like starting plays and whatnot, but I'm more content to farm in like most games, and this happened in the next X replay I have as well, where we're like sort of like winning, but like we just get picked off one by one. I kind of feel
Mm-hmm.
like, do you feel like as an offlaner, like is there a way like you should be playing so that like your team is like sticking around you and pushing towers instead of just like chilling? Yeah.
Well, it's knowing when you want to fight and then
Mhm.
making good movements when you're ready to fight and like asking your team to like group up and join with you, right? Like
Mhm.
this moment here where you walked your void spirit respawn and you walked into your triangle.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is like this isn't even just an offlane specific thing, right? Like if I'm a support
Mhm.
and I'm my void spirit's respawning and my Urza has Aegis, like I would want my team to like group up and fight, right? It all like all five of you on your team should want the same general thing. And you know, not everybody's brains work the exact same, so like you're not always going to be on the same page without saying anything. But
Mhm.
if you know when you want to fight, right? You have ultimate, you have your item, your teammates are alive, right? They were respawning. That's when you say, "Hey, I want to fight. Like we're strong," right? Like you
Yeah.
can't tell your team to be ready, right? They have to be ready, but you can tell your team when you're ready and you can be ready and not do nothing, right? Not go farm your
Mhm.
triangle while you're ready to fight.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Radiant are scanning.
Like you should have a reason for defaulting to farming. Um, right. My reasons for passively farming are my ult's on cooldown, or we have dead heroes, or we just think they're stronger than us and we don't want to fight them right now. Um, right. There should be reasons for passively farming, and then when you're really strong, like you shouldn't. Those reasons shouldn't exist, right? And then it should be like, oh yeah, we
Yeah.
can just progress the game and like pressure objectives. So nice fight here. Very cool. Oh wow, this guy lived. It's crazy. Oh, your Ursa's like not there. Okay, I don't understand. I don't really like that you walk straight away from like all this going on. Like, okay, so this guy doesn't die, and they push you away, but like they do still have two dead heroes, and your Ursa still has Aegis. I would just, I like if it were me, I would walk into my triangle, and if you want, you can farm this unless they're like actively chasing you, and be near
Mhm.
my Ursa, as opposed to
Yeah.
just like completely bailing. I mean, if you want to completely bail and just be like, this play's over, I guess that's
Yeah, I
fine.
think that's what I did. I was also like pinging my Ursa to run.
I guess that's alright.
Yeah.
Just because he still had Aegis and was still kind of strong and like they had two dead heroes, that would have made me want to play still towards my Ursa and not necessarily just back off, right? Like they had
Yeah.
used they had used Phoenix Egg, right? They had used Duel. They weren't particularly strong, even though you guys had like lost your Void Spirit and your ult was over. So unfortunately, yeah, your Ursa does get picked off. And at that point, at this, you know, after you did back off, that's kind of on him at that point for like not backing off. But so BKB. We have our ultimate again, and our Ursa's respawning.
Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing. All right, we're walking towards the fight. All right, this is good. This is good. I like this. Okay, great. Good decision. Good fighting. Should just like walk down and get like those 2 sets of racks or something here with Lycan, right?
Yeah, and I think at this point the game is over here. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Or
can
is
go on to the
it?
next replay if
Yeah,
you
yeah.
want.
Yeah,
We
okay.
can cover a lot here.
Yeah.
So yeah, so the next replay ID when you are ready.
Yeah.
Oh, and just so you know, I am recording this. I don't know, are you okay with this being posted to YouTube?
It's fine. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool.
And this was an X. Like here, where I felt like my lane, I didn't win my lane or anything. It just sort of went even.
Mm-hmm.
And also we ran into the same problem where I felt like I was really strong in the mid game and wanted to like make plays, but but we're just sort of like kind of doing nothing and getting picked off one by one.
Gotcha, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably just a case of not grouping up when your
Mhm.
team was ready to fight. But we'll take a look. We'll take a look. Sometimes it's our fault and sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're against Faceless Void, Disruptor. Second build's okay. Something that I consider on Axe, this is something that I saw like a really high MMR Axe player do, like Whisper, is, right, you want to rush this Vanguard and get this Ring of Health. And in some lanes, this matters a lot, like having this Ring of Health early. So like against a Disruptor, for example, is like, this is a hero where I'm like, I want this Ring of Health super early, right? Because this guy's just going to be like spamming his Q on me. So an item build that I've seen is like 2 sets of Tangos, a Quelling Blade, and then like 4 branches. And then you just rush the Ring of Health. So like that doesn't even use all your gold. Like you have like an extra 150 or 200 gold or something with those starting items. 6 Tangos and then 4 branches. And then you can eat the branches if you need to, if you're taking a ton of harass. Because you got 6 Tangos and 4 branches, right? And basically you're just sustaining and chilling until you get this Ring of Health. So that's something you can consider if you're against like a really high harass lane. Oh, this is SF Disruptor.
Yeah. SF, I thought like my thought was that SF's gonna be like right clicking me a lot and he has very high damage, so like maybe get some armor. Yeah, that's where I thought like the range.
In lane, SF's damage is almost entirely from his raises. So that's how I would think about his damage, right? Like, and SF is like gonna kill you in lane by like raising you, right? He starts with like 40 damage. Oh no, he has 52.
Oh yeah,
damage.
I see. Yeah.
Well, somehow he has 52 damage, but that's with
No,
6,
you're right
7,
actually.
8.
Like
He has like 40,
unless like
44
yeah,
base damage, right? And then
yeah.
he got a bunch of stats.
Yeah, I just thought of like the hero wrong because unless he has like points into Necro Mastery and like he has lots of blasters, he doesn't really deal that much damage yet.
Yeah. Okay, a little late to run up to the range creep. Not a huge deal. Yeah, in this situation here, just make sure you don't get hit by this raise, right? Like, this guy is 100% gonna raise this range creep, right?
Yeah.
Right, 100%. Your 2 options are to just not be... Like, to pretend to, like, you're gonna deny it, but then, like, just don't stand near it, right? Like, and then he raises it. Or, while he's walking up to, like, try and raise this, you can, like, attack him. The risk to that is, like, you can walk up and, like, right-click him and use your Battle Hunger or something. Maybe the Battle Hunger is not a good idea because he's about to get blasted. But obviously, you have to measure that risk with, like, what if you get triple raised, right? So maybe not the best idea, but yeah, try not to just be standing there when he is going to raise the obvious ones, right? So here it's really important you should aggro back. I don't even think this happened last time at all, but you should 100% aggro these melee creeps backwards as soon as possible, using global aggro if you need to, like this SF's like, you know, off your screen or not showing because of fog or something. Yeah, so this is just like kind of lazy. You should definitely do it here as well.
Yeah,
this is super lazy. So you gotta aggro back here. It's just gonna keep the lane equilibrium way back and make this SF's life really annoying. Because like if you had aggroed both sets of melee creeps that you fought both times, right? This would be happening, and this range creep would start running down this lane, and like you would still be like back here, and instead like you're like all the way up here, and this SF has like some creeps right outside of its tower. So yeah, we're using some defensive aggro here, which is nice. I definitely be spamming my W on this disruptor. 100%. Like you're a full mana. Like he hasn't really come over near you yet, but I would be looking for opportunities to use it on him. Right? There's nothing else you need the mana for. It's a call level 2. It's kind of weird. I guess you don't need your Helix or whatever, but
Yeah, I thought that like they're both like a range hero, so I'm not like gonna run up in their faces and like be hitting them. So I just took like call, I guess. Although that doesn't really do anything either. Yeah.
yeah, the call doesn't really do anything. I mean, it's okay as long as you don't like put multiple points in call.
Yeah. Yeah.
So here, what you can do when this is happening, like these two creeps are like kind of dying at the exact same time. Like this is good aggro here, right? Is you can aggro right now, and this like if you go click on this SF right now, right click this SF, and then this melee creep will run up to you, and then you can stay near the range creep, and the melee creep will come to you instead of just being a little not in range. Yeah, we haven't casted our W once this lane, which feels kind of bad. Like, there's no reason not to cast it, even if he gets rid of it, like, right away. Like, it, like, might force him to use a raise or something he doesn't need to use. Right? There's no reason not to use some of our mana. Like, W this guy. You 100% need to W this guy here.
Yep.
It's too slow, but at least you did it. Okay, so we got a Ring of Health. It's good. We're like focusing on CS for the most part, which is like what I want to see. I would just want to see more casual Ws of the Disruptor or the SF if he's like not near any creeps or something. Like here. Use your W on this guy, right? Like he gets this last hit. There's no creeps that are about to die.
Yeah.
There's just free damage, right? As soon as it's off cooldown here. Like right here, just use your W with this guy. And you can even run at him a little bit, right? Like make him back off. Or you can aggro backwards on the range creep if you want, but like you're doing yeah, like okay, this is like okay. Yeah, because if you had W that guy and then chased him, imagine if you chased him and then he doesn't run straight backwards and then all of a sudden you're on top of him with like a creep wave. Like you almost just kill him there. If he like misplays it, right? So that's what like running. That's just like what casually running at him can do. Like you're kind of giving him too much respect here. Like in this situation, this guy can't do jack shit to you. You've got your support here, and he has like no mana. It doesn't even matter that he has no mana, right? You're full HP and full mana, and you have your Zeus here. So you're just giving him like way too much respect here. So like here, I like that you're running at him. Nice. We got the Flying Bear. Because, like, Axe is strong when the enemy has lots of creeps, right? So...
Yeah.
Deny. Like, here, you got that deny. That's really nice. Like, I would just run at him again. Like, what is he going to do?
Yep.
Like, it's probably going to cause him to miss this range creep if you just run at him right now. You got the deny anyways, which is nice, but... Yeah. I'd rather do 200 damage to him and like have him be really annoyed than like get a deny. Oh, it definitely should be spamming your W on this disruptor again. There we go. It's like here again. It's just the same thing, right? You can just run at this guy. This SF is actually so weak. You're just giving him way too much respect. And it's really nice that you're like getting these denies for sure. But like you could be making this guy's life like miserable, right? Like this guy could be like super annoyed, and like.
Yeah, I guess like the way I think about Axe is just kind of wrong. I feel like as Axe, like you're really strong when the enemy hero is melee, but if it's against like Drow or SF, you just kind of want to like chill. But yeah, I do see like what you mean. Yeah, I should be like running at him more because If I'm
This is
running at
good.
him, he can't be last hitting. Yeah, stuff
Exactly,
like that.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like it just makes his life hard.
Yeah.
Like he's got to if he's got to deal with like your aggression, like he'll just misplay, right? It just creates this like
Hmm.
pressure, then and then they'll like inevitably like screw up. Versus if you just play like super chill, right? It's just like one less thing to worry about. Is like basically they're like, okay, this guy's playing against me like a bot. Like I don't have to worry about him like attacking me, and then I can they can hyper focus on like their CS or killing your support or whatever, you know.
Hmm.
So you got 2 points in counter helix. This is like fine. It's fine. If you were playing like a more aggro style, it would be okay to like you could just kill these, like right, let them attack you, spin them down or whatever. You could just kill them because then the creep wave is gonna meet up here, but then you can like be aggressive with it. So like if you
Hmm.
are playing in a more aggro style, then you can you could have just killed those, but it is okay that you didn't because you're obviously not playing aggro. So okay, so we have a Vanguard. Is that going to change how we're playing? Not really. Okay, we're Wing this guy. Nice. Our Zeus is in here, so kind of respect that you're kind of chilling. It would be worth checking this guy's mana, just to like know that like
Hmm.
right earlier, especially like he had like he was sitting on like 70 mana for like ever, right? He can't multi-raise you if he has no mana.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're defensive aggroing.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Now our boots coming out. Yeah, when he's doing this, like when he really wants these creeps, just attack him, dude. Just attack
Hmm.
him.
Yep.
He's out of position here. Attack him, call him, do 300 damage. It's it's um it's really important in lanes to like if you can do like 200 300 damage for the cost of like one spell and you're not going to take a lot of damage, like you need to do it every time.
Hmm.
Like if you have an opportunity to take a very good trade and you're just ignoring it and not doing it, um you're just going to lose out over time. Like you need to
Yeah.
take these good trades because like as you gain MMR, that's what you need to do to gain MMR. And if you're not doing it and you were to like gain MMR, you'd be like losing every lane because these guys are going to be looking for and taking good trades against you. Meanwhile, you're like just chilling and like wondering why you're taking so much damage all the time, right?
Hmm.
Nice spin. You have our boots coming? What are our boots? Is your boots? Yeah, your boots are coming. So yeah, here as soon as the creep wave is like dead, as soon as the creep wave is dead, like either you need to like pressure this guy, like I would like you could like walk at him under the tower and like if he like kills the creeps, you can W him, or just make it so like he has to like think twice about like getting these CS under the tower.
Hmm.
And then like you don't have to attack him, right? Don't draw the tower, but then you can like walk past it, cut the next wave, right? Maybe if Disruptor's over here, you can fuck with him, right? You're full HP, 1200 HP axe with a Vanguard, right? The
Yeah.
alternative is letting this happen and immediately running over here to like see if you can fuck with this Disruptor. Like those are the only good use of your time. So like you're doing nothing, you're walking back and forth, nothing's happening. This is happening. Like if you would walk straight over this way, this Disruptor would be dead. Like you would W him once and he would die. So
Yeah.
we're kind of just playing pretty passive here. Yeah, you're like just too slow. So yeah, a lot of passivity coming out
Dire's middle
from you.
under attack.
Nice call. We're being aggressive. Okay, alright. That was reasonable. That was reasonable. Even though the Zeus like overcommitted, like See, the thing is, you can take this trade, and you have a Vanguard and you have Tangos. And in
Yep.
like 20 seconds, you're going to be at like 1,000 HP. And this guy is still going to be at 100 HP. So like even now, I don't like that you've backed off this much. Like look at what happened, right? This guy's sitting in lane with 200 HP. Like you're all the way back to 600 already with the ability to eat another Tango. So you're definitely like playing a little bit too passive here. Like I liked this. It's okay that it didn't work, right? But just like eat a Tango and like chill. Just chill here for a minute. You don't need to run away. Keep your eye on what's going on. This SF is almost dead. You've kind of like written it off, it looks like. You're like, oh, it didn't work. And like, oh, this SF came out on top. But like, does this look like a guy that like came out on top? You know? Like,
Yeah.
look at him, look at you. Right? So, I want to see you push your limits a little bit more. Especially on this Axe hero. Like, Lycan,
Yeah.
kind of okay to like just chill. But, yeah, this Axe hero, you are definitely playing way too passive. Giving this enemy too much respect. Remember, you're only playing as Crusaders, you know?
Yep. Yeah, I feel like that is like a flaw that I have, like because I'm so used to playing carry that I would rather like try to play safe and just farm in my jungle rather than like making plays. And I don't push my advantage enough in situations like this.
Yeah, well, I haven't seen you play carry, but I would. Maybe your carry play is too passive too, right? Yes, you
Yeah,
want to farm as
probably.
carry, but you don't need to be afraid of this guy at all, right? And this is just like kind of game knowledge concept that you don't have, but you can trade, and then you can just heal and do it again. And this SF cannot. If you do 400 of his health, he is fucked. Because then if he hangs around, you can do it again in 10 seconds, and he'll just die. Right? So, like, you have to, like, be aggressive here. Right? Like, as soon as these creeps meet, and this SF is here, these replay bugs are so annoying. Like, right here, I would have just ran at him. W him and run at him. Right? And, like, so what? If he raises you, so what, dude? Like, right? You have... Oh, this guy has 1,200 HP. That's surprising. I'm surprised he has so much HP. But, like, you should be able to fight him. Something else you should consider, and this is, like, the way you're playing, it doesn't matter. You don't need... like, what I'm about to say doesn't matter because you're not, like, utilizing what these items give you. But imagine if you had a wand and a raindrop. Right?
Yep.
If you had a wand and a raindrop, like, you would just win every trade. Like, every trade super hard. And you can just run at this guy. And yeah, you're just totally seeding the lane to him. All right, so we'll stop talking about this. I think you get it. Let's fast forward to when we like get our blink dagger and we are ready to do stuff because I don't want to just keep repeating the same thing over and over again for the next 5 minutes. It's not helpful for you.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. The raindrop and the wands especially, and also like I'm just sort of like misjudging, I guess. Like as Axe, I think I may have been playing too scared against like other range carries like SF, Drow, whatever. Yeah.
For sure, yeah. And yeah, maybe you play totally different against a melee hero. I'm not sure, but definitely against this SF, you're giving him a lot of respect that he does not deserve.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have your blink. You TP mid, kill their mid razor. That's very cool. Very nice. This tower's already dead. So you're running bottom.
I was like telling my Lina to like TP mid here. I mean TP bot here.
Okay. Alright. That's not what I would have done, but you know what? It worked out. We relieved some pressure for a Spectre. Where's my TP though? Where's my TP? We don't have a TP. Where's our TP? Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah.
The crew's right here. Very nice. Alright, what do you think you should do here?
Probably run back top because I see my 2 supports there, but like my TP is on cooldown in like 10 seconds. So I think I would just farm like the 2 jungle creeps and then immediately TP top and try to kill the SF.
Okay, that's reasonable. I think you should go top. I think you should just walk top because like why do you? I don't want my TP to be on cooldown again. And there's like nothing else that's gonna happen down here, right? Like yeah, you can farm a jungle camp, but like that's just gonna, you know, that's gonna net you the cost of what the TP is gonna be. And then like I said, our TP is gonna be on cooldown again. So yeah, we're like really strong and we're jungling. I don't like this, right? We're too strong to be jungling. We're a full HP axe with dagger, and we're just like not on the map. Okay, you connect here. That's cool, right? But this SF, no pressure. This SF free farming.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Okay, pushing in the mid wave, I don't mind.
Radiant's top tower is under
And this SF's doing a very efficient like jungle rotation type dealio. This is nice. This is nice. Okay, well, that's pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Yeah. We stayed a long time. I thought it was kind of weird that you guys stayed. I would have wanted to see you like run back towards top. That was before you got the double call on them, which was like nice. You got some kills, but just run towards top, right? Push it in. Take this tower. We are at the point where we really want this tower to have been taken and really open up the map.
Yeah.
So a little bit of an overextension, but otherwise, like at least you were playing aggressive.
I was considering like buying back here and like just getting like a 2-man call, but it would not have been worth it, right?
Hard to say. Honestly, maybe it is worth. If this guy doesn't die anyways, I'd say it is worth. But it's a hard call to make. I don't blame you for not buying back, but in hindsight, yeah, this would have been a good buyback. It totally is worth.
I see. Yeah.
But it's okay that you didn't. It's a very weird Spectre TP. That was actually a great haunt for your Spectre because that was an awful TP.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Okay, so yeah. Hold on 1 second, alright? I'll be right back. Oh, the Giga Call! Very nice, very nice, very nice. Alright, what are we doing here? What are we doing? No. Don't jungle. Don't jungle. Jungle bad. We just killed 4 people. We just killed 4 people. Go lanes, friend. Go lanes.
Yep. Should be pushing top.
100%. Like, we don't have this tower yet. Where's our sense of urgency to get this tower? This is the only thing I care about right now. Like, if I'm you in this game, I'm like, okay, they've stopped me from getting the tower until now, but now they're all dead, and I'm taking this tower. That's all I care about. Okay, so we, like, slowly get back over here. Right, but they're all alive. If they want to defend this tower, now they can. And lo and behold, here they are. And your team is not here. Okay, that's cool. Well, you know, they did feed, but, you know. Alright. Would have been nice if we just pressured the tower. But okay, we killed them again, and now we're pressuring the tower. So now we're doing it. That's good.
Yeah, at that time, like while I was like farming the jungle camp and I was just like running around, I had this like moment where I was like, holy shit, what am I actually doing? And then only after that I actually go top. Yeah. And then they already like respawned.
Yep. It do be like that. You gotta. Sometimes you just lose focus.
Yep.
I wouldn't mind if you'd gone phase boots this game. I think it would have been reasonable. Like SF, like later on, a lot of right click. Legion, a lot of right click. Razor, some right click. So could have been reasonable. You know, also it's good for like running around versus just like brown boots. Not necessary, but something to consider if they have a lot of right click damage. Okay, so they're respawning. And chain feeding. Very cool. I guess we're just continuing to fight. Very cool, very cool, very cool. Alright, and you're hanging around. Very cool. Okay, so they're all dead. All of our lanes were good, so I don't mind that you just jungled a little bit. You know, this is your Lina, just being bad. Nothing you can do about that. Okay, you're losing the thread a little bit here. All right, now we're
Yeah, and I think it
jungling.
was right around this time that like our team as a whole we just started like sort of like chain feeding and getting picked off one by one. We did win this game, but we came quite close like losing it as well.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll take a look. We'll take a look. We'll see
Yeah.
what mistakes were made here. No one's defending mid tower. It's awkward. Okay, so we're done clearing this camp. We need to run back top. This triangle,
Mhm.
right? We're chilling. Arlena's dead, but like, what's their game plan? Tell me what their game plan is.
Uh, Now they're losing, so they're just content to like just farm their jungle and just push out lanes, I guess.
Well, like, but like, if they're gonna progress the game, like, what are they gonna do? Like, what's their next
Oh,
objective?
probably either mid or bot tier one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't have your tier ones, right? So the same thing, like you didn't have their tier one, they don't have your tier ones. They want to take this tower if they're good. They're, I
Mhm.
mean, they're not, but like eventually they're gonna take this tower, right? And eventually they're gonna take this tower. So the reason I ask that is because it'll give you an idea of what they probably want to do or might do next,
Mhm.
right? Because if you walk top here, are you gonna find a bunch of heroes? Like, are you afraid to like
Uh,
just walk top here?
yeah, I guess I was sort of afraid, and also I was thinking like I want to be with my Lina, I guess, because like she's the one who's like really strong and kind of want to make plays with her. Yeah. But yeah, I guess I could also be pushing top,
Yeah, so
assuming
yeah,
that
you could
yeah.
also be pushing top. And I mean, what do you guys want to do?
Mhm.
What's your guys' game plan?
Uh, Probably taking bot tier one.
I don't care about the bot tier
Probably
one. The
that's
bot tier one's not
bad.
important.
Yeah, yeah.
So like, if I'm you guys, like, I just want to like farm it up, control these
Mhm.
two lanes, farm their jungle, and like when my spec has Manta, like I want to go Roshan, right?
Mhm.
That's how we progress the game. We control these lanes and then Roshan. So that's what I would be looking to do here. Like that's my main concern is like keeping top lane pushed in, farming.
Mhm.
And if you're like pushing top, then you know you want to get your team to like come play with you. Your Lina has bots, so your Lina can just kind of be there, but you're putting no pressure on the map by just sitting in your own triangle. And
Yeah.
your team, you know, you're a Crusader, right? Your team's not always going to do the right thing.
Mhm.
But if you're doing the wrong thing, they're more liable to continue doing the wrong thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like if you're
Yeah.
playing in a way that like is doing nothing, they're just gonna do whatever they were doing, but it's gonna be worse because you're not like affecting the map in any way. So it's like gives the opponent less pressure against them, so they're like more easily gonna respond to what your team is doing.
Mhm.
All these things. How did we get here? How did we get bottom? Did we walk bottom?
I TP there.
Oh, I see, I see. Yeah, we're reacting to what they're doing, essentially. Slow it down a little bit. Yeah. So yeah, we've just got kind of the wrong idea of like what we should be doing in your head. Like what should be happening here is that you should be like farming this top and like this is good. Like this, your Spectre made this happen, but you could have made it happen, right? Your Spectre could have been taking the safer farm.
Mhm.
But otherwise, you could be just farming this area, right? You're more survivable, and your team would
Yeah.
want to be playing behind you. And meanwhile, like your Lina can like clean up mid, or your Spectre can clean up mid. Your Lina can clean up bottom, right? Your Lina has bots. Your Spectre has haunt. Like your team, your other cores have ways of playing with you when they're not next to you, right? So like if you and Zeus and Silencer go do stuff, your Lina and your Spectre can be there. And then it's just a matter of like, well, okay, what do we want to do, right? We should want to play top and like control
Yeah.
this area. Think about when we can take Roshan. I mean, Lina is really good at roshing. Your Spectre has Manta. Your Spectre is very good at roshing. So like, you look for a fight around here, or well, so you push in the lane, you farm. If they try and fight you, you take the fight. Your whole team can connect, and then you just go Roche once you've won the fight, right? Or if you see 5 heroes bottom because they decided to like not fight you, then you could just take Roche for free. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice gank. Use Zeus and Silencer doing work. That's not like what you did there is like fine. It's on a ward. They're all split up. All good. Like those are like good opportunities to like do things. It's just like that kill, as great as it is, does not progress the game. Like, would you agree?
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna take this tier 2 tower off of that kill. Your top lane is being pushed in. Roshan is not threatening to be taken. Actually, the way that these kills do progress the game is if you go Roshan immediately afterwards.
Yeah.
This happens, and then you start pinging Roshan like a madman.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
I think I had another moment where I just like stuck around there for too long, and then I finally do realize that we should be rushing, but it was like half a minute too late. Yeah.
Yeah. Like what I would do here is I would TP top right now, and I'd run down this lane, push it out, and I'd be like pinging Roshan. I'd be like, guys, it's Roche. Like I'm gonna push out top, and then let's Roche, right? And like my supports like walk mid, deep push this, push it out a little bit, and then like connect, and like I've come up here, and my Lina can like TP in.
Yeah.
And then we can progress the game off this kill because it's a great kill. And if you don't, for whatever reason, if you don't progress the game off the kill in terms of getting an objective, then you need to use the time to set up the next objective that you want to get. Set up the map so that it's in the position you want to like take the next good fight, right? Which means this lane gets pushed in, is what this means. And ideally mid gets pushed in, but like just strategically hero-wise, like Axe is not a good hero at pushing in the mid lane. He doesn't want to be showing on the creep wave.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be like showing mid usually. He kind of wants to like pick off side lane, play around the trees. Let your Lina, let your Zeus, let your Silencer. All these heroes can like push out mid pretty easily without putting themselves at risk. You're circling the top part of the map. Okay, you're telling your Spectre to push. You have the right idea. Okay, so you are clearing mid. It's just a little dangerous to clear mid like this. Did you try and call him?
Yeah, it doesn't work, right? When he's jeweled.
It had just ended. You're right. It doesn't work. That's what I was checking to see. You had done it after. It just missed. And yeah, our Silencer were just kind of out of position there. They obviously had a ward. Okay, so we're chilling. Our teammates are dead.
And yeah, from there on, like Lina kind of starts dying. Like I feel like maybe I should have played around with the Lina more after this, but I was just like playing too scared, and we start getting picked off.
We'll see. We'll
As a
see.
team.
Let's
Yeah.
take a look.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. The prize is mine.
Yeah, I mean your Lina just keeps TPing bottom, which is like not. If I was coaching this Lina, I'd be telling him to push out top because you're not doing it, and I want you to be doing it.
Yeah.
Or honestly, if your Lina was super good, maybe your Lina would be doing it, and you'd just be farming the jungle, not showing. You know, if this is like a 9k MMR game, right? The Lina's showing, you're not. Or maybe you are showing because the Lina doesn't want to get dueled by LC. I don't know. Somebody should be doing it. Okay, now the Lina's doing it. But yeah, like why aren't we like going top, right?
Yeah.
Regardless of the Spectre getting gone on. We are still ahead. I don't know if you feel ahead. Maybe you don't feel ahead.
Yeah,
We are
I
very ahead
think,
though. We have the Shivas.
Watching a replay, yeah, we are ahead, but like during the game, it didn't feel like that at all. Yeah.
Right. Right, but our Lina is alive. Our Spectre's alive. Right? This map position right here. Creeps pushing in mid. Good. Spectre chilling bottom. Hopefully not dying. Good. Lina pressing in the top lane. Good. Like, what should you do here?
Go join Alina top?
Yeah. Go
Yeah.
exactly. You, Silencer, and Zeus need to beeline to the Lena right now. And that's just the only thing you should want to do. That's the only thing you should want to do. Anything else
Hmm.
is just like you're just confused and you're just doing nothing. So it seems like maybe your like concept of like the next objectives you want to take and like where you need to go on the map to like get them is kind of just non-existent. And
Hmm.
it's like you're not playing right. You're not clicking your buttons bad. You're like getting farm, but you're not playing in a way that like will set up the map to progress the game for your team. And if the offlaner's not doing that, the game's just weird. The game's just weird
Yeah.
because you're a lot of times the strongest one, the one that wants to show. And you know these MMRs, it can be anybody. Anybody on your team could be doing it. If I was one of these supports in your game, I'd be like, well, because none of your if I was coaching your Zeus or your Silencer, I'd be like, well, none of your cores are like pushing in top, so like you should just do it, right?
Hmm.
It really all of you should want to do it, and none of you are doing it because you're all a Crusader. But you're the
Yep.
one who is signed up and paid for coaching, so next time it will be you. You are the
Yeah.
one that will be like, yes, guys, this is what we should do. We should pressure top and keep mid pushed in, and then take Roshan after a winning fight or a good pickoff, or if they just are all bottom. Okay, so we see them all mid. We have
Yeah.
great vision, amazing vision. What does this tell us?
Should keep pushing in top.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. What should you do when you're like trying to not fight them? Split push the side lanes as aggressively as you have the information to support,
Hmm.
which
Yeah.
right now is insanely aggressively. Insanely aggressively. We see all 5 heroes on the mini map.
Yeah.
All 5. And then we just run off to our own side of the map. And what this does is it just creates a box, right? Your team is in a box. And if you keep the box tiny, if you run back into the box, then their map control expands. So you have to like picture this as the box that your team's allowed to go into. And if they're ahead and they have Aegis and you don't want to fight them, they will keep shrinking this box on you if they're good. And what you need to try and do is you need to try and extend the box off to the sides and make it so that they don't know what's going on here and they have to chase you here and somebody else does it this way. Because otherwise we get locked in our base and we don't want that. And you know,
Yeah.
if you don't know where they are, then you got to chill, right? But we had perfect information there. We had perfect information.
Hmm.
Oh, watch your minimap, bro. Wow. Did you see your minimap? Watch your minimap here.
Oh, I did not see the Shadow Fiend there.
There's a Shadow Fiend and a Razor right behind
Yeah.
you. I can't believe that. I thought that Legion Commander was an illusion. I can't believe that was real. I mean, either way, that worked out. I just like saw your minimap and I was like, huh, this is interesting. Okay, so you won the fight, right? And then we walked away. Fight's over. Like, right, we're not getting any more. What should we do?
Push out side lanes.
Yeah. Run
Yeah.
top right now. Book it top, right? They're all behind
Yeah.
you relative to top. You know, and if they chase you, then don't farm the lane, right? Like, if you run up this way and they're obviously chasing you, then, like, blink into the trees and then bots bottom or something, you know? But they're probably not
Yeah.
going to chase you. You can shove this out. You might even be able, by the time you get here and kill this, the next wave will have spawned. It'll be, like, right here. You can kill the next wave. And then you, like, blink into the trees, and then you, like, bots bottom or something, right? This running back to our own side of the map is just doing the enemy's job for them, right? It's just doing the enemy's job for them. We don't want to be in the tiny box with no map vision and no map control, and that's what we're doing to ourselves by not running to the side lanes. Yeah, and like nothing's happening right here, right? Like the enemy's not trying to fight you because they've got 2 heroes dead. They're just chilling and farming, and you guys are like acting all panicked and like terrified, like they're about to do something. But like, what are they gonna do? They've got 2 heroes dead, right?
Yeah.
We see SF. This is information that we should be using. Okay, so we smoke. All right, that's one way to use the information. Oh, our blink got canceled. Was that by the Razor Shard?
The Razor Shard, yeah.
Oh, oh man, what an ability! What an ability!
Yeah.
I've been
Yeah,
spamming
Razor
Razor,
is also
so...
another offlaner I've been playing a lot.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a good hero. That's
Yeah.
too bad. Well,
Yeah.
you tried. You tried to do something with the information SF was bottom. Okay, so I'm
Am I
okay.
like
I'm
taking
okay
my
with you
Spectre's
jungling.
farm? Yeah, like sometimes I question myself when I'm sort of just like farming like jungle camps. Am I actually taking like Spectre's farm? She could be farming this after pushing out the lane.
I think it's fine in this scenario because you guys don't have a lot of farm to go around, and like, it's this or nothing. So I think what you did is fine. I actually was about to say I'm okay with you jungling here, and I think it's important to understand why it's okay here but not other times, right? So like,
Yeah.
what's happening here? Our lanes are fairly well pushed out. Our top lane's really well pushed out. Our mid is like even, and right, pushing it out more could be dangerous. Like, definitely not your job. If you're Zeus or Silencer were to push this out from a distance, that would be great. But like, you can't do anything about that. And you guys are very spread out right now, and they still have like the Aegis. So that's why I think it's okay for you to just be chilling and farming right now. And like, you're basically waiting for something to happen, and they're probably going to catch somebody. They caught your support, which is like best case scenario. Unfortunately, they also caught your Spectre, which is not best case scenario. But I was okay with you jungling there, because there wasn't a play that you should be doing, and your other lanes were like good. So I just want to throw that out there. Oh no! Don't blink onto the static field.
Yeah.
Okay, so SF's chasing you. Okay, SF showing top. Strength blink. I think your items are fine this game. I think it's alright. I don't think I'd be doing anything majorly different. Shiva's is pretty good, I think. The only other thing is, I didn't mention you could have been carrying around dust earlier, but
Yeah.
otherwise it's good. Okay, so yeah, and yeah, I mean, this stuff happens. Like, you're leaning like feeding here. Okay, so use the SF show and you immediately TP to try and catch. I like that. I like that TP. He got away, but you know, I like the attempt. You're like reacting good to the information that you're seeing on the map. It's pretty much the key to like making correct decisions in this phase of the game, or in this game state, I guess. Okay, we're clearing this, but this is very slow. This is like very dangerous. Like, right, we have no vision of them. So like, if you decide that you want to clear this wave, like, just go call the wave, right? Like, you gotta kill this wave and then like stop showing, because like, you're just showing here and showing and showing, and like, right, the enemy sees you. Like, they could be ganking you, or they could be ganking somebody else because they know you're here. So just, if you're gonna kill a wave like this that's kind of dangerous on the mid lane with no vision, just do it ASAP. Like, you got to do it fast. Like, use your spells.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a little bit more vision now.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Alright, you guys are going on the LC? That's funny. The LC killed your Lina while the Lina was doing enemy agents, and now this LC is like solo hitting a tier 2 while his team's showing, and then the Lina kills him. Okay, alright, you're reacting. I think you could have TP'd here, but you didn't. We got... Very nice, though, very nice. This is good. Okay, so you killed them all. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Trouble with Axes doesn't take objectives, so...
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
So you're positioned aggressively, which is decent. Okay, your Lina's gonna push out. This is good. This is good. You could have TP'd bottom right away after that team fight. It's okay that you didn't, though. But you could have. Because your Lina didn't, right? You're setting up the map, right? So when we're ahead, and they've all died. What do we want to do to them? We want to make a box for them that they are not allowed to leave. And we want to make this box as small as possible, ideally just their base, right? So what does that mean? That means while they're dead, push all the lanes in, and then position aggressively on their side of the map and do not leave it. And that way you are ready to kill them as soon as they leave their base, right?
Yeah.
So like you're farming the triangle here, good. They're all respawning, your lanes are all pushed in, and then you all just run back to your own side of the map. In a immortal game, even in a divine game, this would never happen. This would never happen. You just team wiped them. You have haunt. You just don't leave their side of the map. You just get a ward down, right? It's not your job to do it, but like you just get a ward down, and you just kill them if they leave their base. And in the meantime, you farm, and you keep the lanes pushed in, right? You don't go on them right outside their base, right? But you just farm here, and you wait till Roshan respawns, and then they'll inevitably just walk outside of their base because they're bored, and they'll like smoke or something. Like your Lena's got the right idea, but like why are you not up here, right? And why is your Zeus not up here?
Sure.
I don't know. But that's his problem, right? So when you're ahead, make the box tiny for them, and then to enforce the box that you are putting them in, you have to be on the edge of the box, right? If you're back here, then the box is this whole space that you're not in, right? You like just seeded them this area for no reason, right? So like now we're up here. Arlena's dead. It's like kind of weird now that we're here because Arlena's dead, right? Are we enforcing this? Are we enforcing the box they're not allowed to go in by ourselves? Not really. Like if they like were to walk up here right now, like they would be looking to be aggressive on you, not vice versa. That's cool. Well, they're just like making weird solo plays, so like kind of doesn't matter, but. Okay, so what is important here? What is important? What do you think is important here?
Second Roche. Yeah.
Outposts, getting the lanes pushed in. Second Roche. Yeah, I would have taken this outpost and pushed out top first. Right, Arlena's still dead. Granted, their LC's dead. Maybe you can just run straight in here. Maybe this is fine. Is your Spectre coming? I guess this is fine. This is fine. Taking the fast Roche because their SF is dead is good. Okay, let's see the top. Very nice, very nice. Give me the outpost. I would look to push in mid here if nobody else is going to do it. Like, ideally, your Silencer or your Zeus does it. Because, like we discussed earlier, you're not a great mid hero. But if nobody on your team, like if this happens, and nobody on your team is walking mid, like you should just do it. It's so important to have this wave pushed in. Like the wave that's about to meet here. It's so important. Because what do they want to do, right? You're ahead. You're way ahead. They want to expand their box of map that they're allowed to go to. Which means they want to push this in so they can get down here. And you're just letting them. Right? You're just letting them.
Yeah.
By not pushing in mid. It's not just you, right? It's a team thing, but if nobody on your team's doing it, you can do it. Your Lena's a psycho, right? Think about this. Their box that they're allowed to go to is like here, right? Because that's where you guys are not. And then this Lena just TPs to like the only spot on the map where they like already are. Right? Don't they have to like be here? I mean, you don't see them on this ward, right? But they're in their triangle or at this camp. Like, they have to be. Or they're in their base, but they're not just going to be in their base, right? They're farming. So, like, this Lena's a psycho. And hopefully, like, you can see this, like, box concept and, like, why this TP is psycho, right? They have to be down there. Shocker. Shocker that your Lena's getting gone on here. Wow, unreal. Like, their SF, like, screwed it up, right? But, like, your Lena should have just died there. Nice catch. All right. Looks like you guys do clean it up here. Do you have any other
Mhm.
questions?
Yeah. No, I think I'm good. Like, especially the second game, this Axe game. I think I learned a lot here about like just sort of like in general where to farm, and you kind of want to like uh be as aggressive as possible on the map, especially when you're winning. And yeah, the idea of like how do I say setting up the map. Yeah.
Yes.
After when you're ahead. Yeah. I think that makes a lot of sense to me, and it's definitely something I'm not doing a lot or properly. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, definitely take the time to like watch this back. Once the
Hmm.
recording comes out, I'll make sure I like let you know when it comes out. But if you can kind of ingrain that concept, it's gonna take a while, right? But if you can ingrain those concepts, I think you can improve a lot because your like fundamentals
Hmm.
seem pretty solid. So if you can like really ingrain this like plan of what your team should be doing, and then like starting to execute that plan, your MMR is like you're just gonna skyrocket. Honestly.
Hmm.
Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, sub to the channel. And if you want to be coached by me, check the link in the video description. You can join my Discord there, and there's all the information there on how to sign up.